Today, we will discuss the forms in HTML. We can create a form using form tag. If you want to create a form, we need form tag. We will see with example. Yeah, this is the HTML file structure. As you already know, I will save it first. File, save. I want to save it on desktop. HTML examples. Save as type HTML. This is demo underscore form. Demo underscore form. Yeah, you can see now demo underscore form dot HTML. Yeah, if you want to create a form, we need form tag. Form tag. Close the form tag. The basic form elements are, we can create a text box using the tag input. Using the tag input, there the attribute is type equal to text. Type equal to text will create the text box. So the type equal to text will create text box. Type equal to button will create a button. So I will type here one by one. Input type equal to text will create a text box. Input type equal to button will create a button. Type equal to radio will create a radio button. Type equal to checkbox, it will create a checkbox. Type equal to submit, it will create submit button. Submit button is a special button than a normal button. It will create submit button. Type equal to password, it will create a password. It will create a password field. We'll see now these form elements in coding. So I want to create a basic form. For example, assume I want now label first name of the user, first name colon. I will now, first name is a label. Now input type equal to the text box. Input type equal to text. Close the label. Similarly, I want to create a one more label, last name colon input type equal to text. This is one more label. Close the label. Close the label. So these are text boxes. Similarly, if you want to create we'll see now different label gender colon input type equal to radio name equal to gender. So it will create radio buttons. I want to group these radio buttons uh, in under the gender. So now the input, I will create one more input type, input type equal to radio, name equal to gender, close the label, some spelling mistake, label, control C, control V, control V. Label, that is about gender. Similarly, we can create different type of form elements as we discussed here. We will now save and see. Save when we will save and execute. Save demo form.html. Go to HTML examples. Demo form.html. I want to open it on Google Chrome. You can see username, last name, gender. You can see the gender. Yeah, the form elements are not aligned properly. Yeah, you can make use of table to align the form elements, or you can make use of CSS. Yeah, simply now I will use the break tag and keep these elements one by one. The first name, after this break, break, the break, break, save, refresh. You can see now form name, last name, gender. Gender, we will give the names. The for the gender, this is male, for one female. Save male, female. Now we will see input type equal to button. It will create a button. If you want to give some value on this button, the attribute is value equal to, I'm just giving button. Similarly, input type equal to submit, value equal to submit. Submit button is a special button. We'll discuss about submit button in the next session. Submit, save, go to the page, refresh. You can see the all the form elements. So these are all the basic form elements already there before HTML5. But in the HTML5, many form elements are newly added. We will see now the newly added form elements in HTML5. So in HTML5, there are many form elements are newly added. The first one is type equal to color. So it will create a color palette. User can choose the color. Type equal to date. We'll see, I will run this form elements new.html, form new.html, forms elements new.html, form elements new.html. Have a look at. Have a look at one by one. Input type equal to color will create a color palette. User can choose the color. Similarly, input type equal to date. The date, user can choose the date. User can choose the date. Similarly, you can see time input type equal to time. Input time type equal to time. User can enter the time, the hours and minutes. User can enter the time. Similarly, you can see the type equal to date time local. So you can see the combination of date and time. I am selecting 7. So you can see combination of date and time. So similarly, you can see input type equal to email. So this is the email. So assume like user, the email field, in fact, in HTML5 uh, will be validated in the HT, it will be validated automatically. For example, suppose if I type ABC and submit, you can see it is validated here. We may not write any additional JavaScript to validate this field. So it will check the pattern of the email. If the user didn't enter the pattern of email in proper manner, so it will give the warning message, please include. You can see the pattern, and validated email field is validated automatically. So that is about email. You can see input type equal to number. Input type equal to number. So user can enter, you can see like user can use this number. We can specify in this number, we can specify the minimum value as using minimum attribute, maximum value using max attribute. We can also specify the step, so that we can see here user can choose the maximum 8 and the minimum value is 0. So that is about input type equal to number. Input type equal to range. You can see a tracker here. You can see the tracker. In the tracker, you can also specify the minimum and maximum using min and max attributes. Similarly, input type equal to URL. You can see the URL here. This is basically the URL. The URL field, you see like if I type something, URL field also will be automatically validated until you type the URL perfect fashion. It will be validated. It will check the pattern, and if user enters wrong pattern, so it will display a warning message. You can see please enter URL. That is about URL. You can see here in the placeholder attribute. So placeholder attribute in fact will specify the default value, will assign, it is in fact the URL. Save and refresh. Yeah, you can see the placeholder value is there in light dark. So this is the light dark. This is about the placeholder attribute. Similarly, you can see the text already, that is the basic form element, the submit. So these are all the form elements newly added in HTML5.